Welcome, everyone. We are so glad you're here. And to kick things off, we're going to watch a short video that highlights the impactful work of the Wayne County Reentry Council. Let's take a look.
On behalf of My Future NC, congratulations to Wayne Community College and the Wayne County Reentry Council on being named a 2025 Champion for Attainment. Wayne Community College and the Wayne County Reentry Council supports formerly incarcerated individuals by providing education, employment services, and essential resources for a successful transition. Established in 2022, the initiative reduces recidivism through job readiness workshops, training programs, and partnerships with local employers. Wayne Community College leads the effort, promoting workforce development and social stability while addressing societal stigma.
October of 2020, the sheriff of Wayne County started the Wayne County Detention Center Substance Misuse Program. One of the areas that we saw a gap was upon release, where people needed some reentry services. And Wayne Community College stepped up to the plate and said, we'll be glad to start a Wayne County Reentry Council.
I get so emotional because I spent so much time away. And when I came here and I found out about this reentry program, it really has been a 360 for me. You're looking at somebody that's 41 years old. And do you know this is the longest that I've ever been out of incarceration? Since I was 11 years old. I've never been out of prison this long.
Reentry is not easy. We have developed some really great collaborations here in our community. And one area that we knew we had to be deep diving in with those coming out of incarceration. And I think case management and the communication and network between multiple organizations is absolutely vital.
To be able to be a part of someone's process as they're looking for that second chance has truly been life-changing. People come in, I meet them all the time. They have different needs, they have different desires. We create different plans of actions, and we celebrate every step. A lot of the individuals that I work with are not looking for handouts. They are truly looking for hand-ups. So when I wear this button, I wear it proudly.
I'm a North Carolina certified peer support specialist, and that's just like the best thing that I could have did. I felt like when I got my peer support specialist, I felt like I got a doctorate because I really get to be me, and I get to meet people that came from, the same walks of life that I did, and I get to show them like, hey, we can turn this around. Nothing that you can't do when you just put your right foot forward, the right one, not the wrong one, but the right one forward.
Our goal in the community college is to help individuals make a better life for themselves. We want to meet individuals where they are and take them where they want to be.
Wayne Community College is here to serve our community. We want to meet the educational, training, and cultural needs of everybody in our communities. Reentry Council fits very well into that mission. They are part of our community, and we want to serve them just like we would any citizen in our community.
Good afternoon, everyone. It never gets old to hear Rashima's story, and there are so many others. Thank you for joining us today for the Wayne County Reentry Council webinar. We're gathered here not to just share information, but to elevate a conversation that's central to our communities, our workforce, and our future. As we work toward our state's post-secondary attainment goal, we cannot overlook the tens of thousands of individuals returning to society each year from incarceration. Justice-involved individuals are more than a statistic. They're parents, neighbors, employees, and they're all members of our community. When they are excluded from educational and workforce opportunities, we don't just limit their future, we limit our own. Supporting reentry and investing in second chances isn't just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing. Because North Carolina's strength isn't just measured by the degrees on the wall, but it's more by how many doors we open and who we're willing to welcome through them. The Wayne County Reentry Council is a 2025 Champion for Attainment. The council is a collaborative network of partners committed to supporting individuals who are transitioning from incarceration back into the community. By connecting people to critical services like housing, employment, education, and mental health support, the council works to reduce recidivism, strengthen families, and build safer, more resilient communities. It's about second chances and real pathways forward. So let's get started with someone who wears many hats and wears them well, Renita Dawson. She's the Vice President of Workforce, Continuing Education Services, and Community Engagement at Wayne Community College, and the powerhouse Executive Director of the Wayne County Reentry Council. Renita, we're welcome to have you and thrilled to hear about the incredible work happening in Wayne County.
Thank you so much, Melanie. Thank you, my future NC, for this opportunity to share today. We're really appreciative of that. And I'll jump right in. Some of you may really be wondering what a reentry council really is. And it is simply an organized group of organizations, both government and private, businesses, nonprofit, community-based organizations, faith-based organizations, all working together for the sole goal to help individuals transition out of incarceration or to help those that have been justice involved. And another goal of a reentry council is to reduce recidivism. And so for those of you that were not as familiar, we hope that definitions helps to break it down a little bit. I want to talk about some of the things that I really think makes Wayne County Reentry Council stand out. First, you have to have a strong lead agency with a community that is gathered around it and with individuals in the community that trust it. And that's what Wayne Community College has been to the Wayne County Reentry Council. Wayne Community College serves as our intermediary agency, and it is trusted in the community and just a beacon of light for those we serve. Also, a strong coordination across agencies is really what makes us shine. We have all of the organizations that you saw us list on the slide before it. We have relationships with those organizations. We can communicate. The leaders of those organizations work together to make sure that no one falls through the gaps. And so that coordination across agencies is huge in a reentry council. We also have personal connections and follow-up support, and that comes from building relationships and spending time with one another. And that really is true for anything we're doing where we're helping the community. You have to build strong relationships, strong personal connections with the individuals that you're helping, and then follow-up support. And our follow-up support is really anchored by a system that's called Unite Us that allows us to communicate and follow up with our participants all in the same place for all of our organizations. And then we don't focus on the past, we focus on the whole person and what they need right now. And so whether that's food or housing or transportation or getting a job, whatever it is, we have to look at all the needs of that individual so that we can help move them forward. And then I can't talk about what makes our reentry council stand out without talking about our amazing staff. And you'll meet one of our staff in a few moments, but having staff that are positive, helpful, non-judgmental, and that just bring a positive energy to the room is really important. And I think one of the jewels that makes our reentry council stand out. So at this time, I want to introduce you to one of the positive energy individuals in our organization, and that's Miss Brandy Matthews, who is our reentry coordinator. Brandy, would you share with us some real stories that you're seeing in our reentry council?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Dawson. 16 years. 16 years was the conviction for LaTasha. I can only imagine the feelings of hopelessness, probably despair, thinking that maybe this is the end of the road. For LaTasha, though, she was absolutely committed to ensuring that those 16 years was not the end of her story. She wanted to take full advantage of all the educational opportunities that was allowed for her to do. She took some apprenticeship programs for hotel and lodging. She secured her cosmetology license. She did a hotel and lodging, we mentioned that, and also housekeeping, which you guys landed her an opportunity to work as a housekeeper in the governor's mansion. Latasha returned home in March of 2024. She was trying to feel her way through, and she landed at one of the doorsteps of our partners, NC Works, which is how I was introduced to her. We found out that she needed to do a resume. We got Latasha's resume done. She hit the ground running, and she secured employment at one of the beauty salons in our local Walmarts. Amazing, right? But things happen. One of the other needs that Latasha had was stable housing. And like so many other of our brothers and sisters returning home from incarceration, while Latasha's needs were few, that is not the story for everyone. We see needs, basic needs, food, clothing, shelter. And oftentimes there is way more demand than there is supply. We also see the need for IDs, educational opportunities, vocational training. We see mental health and substance misuse treatment, and all of those needs. And I think it's important to note that supporting reentry starts with supporting understanding those needs. Thank you, Ms. Dawson. Back to you.
That is incredible, Brandy. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing Latasha's story. We see so many of those stories in our community. I want to share some nuggets about what you can do if you'd like to start a reentry council in your county or your community. And we have some ingredients for replication for you. Here's what helps. The North Carolina Department of Adult Correction provides a playbook. I call it my Bible because it is what we use day in and day out to make sure that we're meeting the guidelines of a state reentry council. And so that is the first step. If you have access to that book, if you're interested in starting a reentry council, it will really lay out the plan for you for what you need to be successful, from the individuals that need to be at the table to what you need to do day to day to serve individuals. Also, you need that backbone agency. I talked about Wayne Community College serving as our intermediary agency, but it could also be a nonprofit organization. It could be a health organization. It could be a faith-based organization, but you need a really strong backbone agency to serve as your intermediary agency. You also have to have very strong partnerships in your community, and that is across all walks of life: law enforcement, workforce, employment, healthcare, counseling, your employers. All of your partners have to work together to meet the needs of the individuals that we're serving because the needs are so great. Also, I encourage you to start small. It's the small wins that make the difference. So while you're building relationships, also show up to other community events that are focused around reentry and listen to what our partners and what the individuals that we're serving have to say. When you secure those small wins, it could be as simple as helping someone get a driver's license or a social security card, helping them with a resume, introducing them to how to use the computer or use a cellular phone. There are so many things that we can do to help individuals just have small matters of success. And if you put these things together, you're really well on your way to starting a reentry council in your own community. And so with that, I will talk about what we do next. So if you want to start your own reentry council, we know that we in Wayne County believe in second chances, and we know many of you do too. So reach out to us for more information about how we got started and what we're doing, and even events that we may have coming up. We'd love to see you at one of our reentry council meetings, just so you can see how it works and how our partners work together. And then start conversations in your local community. Meet with those partners that I talked about earlier, and then just talk about what it takes to be a reentry council. And we're always willing to have those conversations and meet and talk with you. And then use your existing networks. You don't have to start over. Many of your communities are already talking about some of these things and maybe meeting on a regular basis. That's where it starts, in pulling together a reentry council. So we hope these tips really help you hit the ground running, and we can't wait to hear more about what you're doing in your own community to start a reentry council. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to Melanie to take us home.
Wow, Brandy, Renita, thank you so much. And as I mentioned earlier, today's webinar is a crucial step in continuing this conversation about reentry and educational attainment. Only half of our counties currently have a reentry council. We need more. And we need people like Brandy and Renita and Wayne County, Wayne Community College and Wayne County and all those great partners to step up. If you're interested, Renita is serious. Reach out to her. Also, reach out to My Future NC. Preston Roseborough is a regional impact manager, and he focuses on reentry and justice involved work, and he would love to hear from you. We'll send you an email with that link and a recording today. Share this with folks. As they mentioned, it requires a lot of partners at the table. So for more details, just scan this QR code on your screen. Don't hesitate to reach out to My Future NC, our great partners at Wayne Community College. We're all in this together, and the work doesn't stop today.